Alright. Yeah, let's get going. Been waiting for this. We're gonna go through Endwalker main story and let's see how far we'll get. I've been wondering if I should do it on Paladin or Red Mage, since Paladin is the poster child. But I think I'm gonna stick with Red Mage, since I'm gonna be mostly doing the dungeons with trusts with the NPCs if I can. And if I'm Paladin, that's just gonna mean very slow gameplay. Anyways, let's get going. The next ship to sail. Alphino is feeling the need to take stock. Stock of what? Horse chestnut weapon coffer. Okay. Anya, do you have some time to talk? That's why I'm here. I would like to gather everyone in Dawn's Respite and together assess the situation in which we find ourselves. Uh-huh. Let us take a stock of the facts, shall we? The crisis at hand began with the sudden appearance of ominous towers in a multitude of locations throughout the world. We have since learned that set structures were brought into being by an organization known as the Telephoroi. The Telephoroi's stated purpose is to recreate the final days of eons past, an apocalyptic event that would result in the destruction of all we hold dear. Already we have these towers of theirs been the cause of untold suffering. Countless innocents kidnapped and imprisoned, their fate perverted for primal summonings. Yeah, that happened. And unless we find a way to deal with the corruptive aura surrounding the spires, we can't even get close enough to rescue anyone. Those shielded with the blessing of light seem able to resist being tempered at least. But after what happened to our Arenwald and Fordola, we need to be very, very careful about how we proceed. Yet while these threats close to home are paramount concern, we mustn't lose sight of the situation in Garlemald. As you know, the Telephoroi are under the leadership of Fandaniel and one other delightful fellow, Xenos Yae Galvus, the Crown Prince and our dear friend. To date, he's reclaimed his old body, murdered Emperor Varys, and plunged Garlemald into an even deeper pit of chaos. It's basically previously on Final Fantasy. The capital has probably seen the worst of it. For a good while there, it saw the bloodiest fighting in the War of Succession. But that has since changed, and in troubling ways. Aye, during our reconnaissance, the air was not once rent by the barking of cannons or the cries of discord. 'Twas an eerie fog of silence which did blanket that ruined city. The inhabitants appeared to have been tempered, and with nary a word spoken did they labor to transform the palace into a soaring edifice born of nightmares. I hate the fact that I can speak Urianja's lines just fine, but I keep stumbling on the others. If they were indeed made thralls, it seems safe to assume that these events too were orchestrated by the Telephoroi. An army of primals is awful enough, but in light of recent developments, I fear it is only the prelude to an even greater catastrophe. You're right, we're gonna go to the moon? To the moon! We need to devise a means to counter this threat, and quickly, before our allies are overwhelmed. We will find a way in Sharlayan, I am sure of it. Excuse me. Master Forshnald's comments regarding the final days were curious to say at least. The forum knows more than it is letting on. Sorry to interrupt. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that voice for Tataru. We've just received word from Mr. Skrille. She says that arrangements for your visit have been finalized. You are to head to Limsa and board the next ship bound for Sharlayan. And on arrival, present yourselves as associates of the students of Baldesian, come to assist with the Order's restoration. The arrangements may be settled, but what of your thoughts? They must race at the prospect of returning home after so long. I am eager to see it, of course. Of course. We should set off at once. Then I'll accompany you to the docks. You need at least one person there to wave and cry and wish you a safe journey. To Limsa Tevaport Amia. Shoo. Run like the wind, girl. I could have just teleported, huh? The little Ethernet shards. I always forget about them. Wow. Lots of people. Hello, Urianger. Shudder to think what manner of truth awaited us beyond the Indigo Deep. Still more do I dread the prospect of discussions long overdue. What's on your mind, boy? Contrary to what you might think, this will be like going home for me as well. Oh yeah, you were an Archon. I may have learned how to survive in Limsa, but it was in Sharlayan where I was taught, quite relentlessly I might add, the skills to properly live. Sea travel can be tedious, but I don't mind it. 'Tis a rare experience for most Ishgardians. I never thought the day would come when I would be sailing home again. It always seemed so very far away. What a surprise! What a grim reason to bring you to Sharlayan. Not much to be done about it, I suppose, but I would have like to give you the grand tour under happier circumstances. Though a part of me looks forward to returning home, I've not forgotten that my father stripped us of the privileges of my family name. I hope it doesn't cause trouble with the officials upon our arrival. They fucking got disowned. I might have lived in Master Matoya's cave for a good part of my life, but even for me, the thought of returning to Sharlayan is quite exciting. I can hardly imagine how it is for the others who lived most of their lives there. Right? Did I forget anyone? No? Okay. There Confluence here, which is good, because I already paid for your passage, and the fee is non-refundable. Is it also non-fungible? The ship for Charlayan should be pulling into port soon, so please follow me and have all your luggage close at hand.
They've almost finished loading our cargo. We should be ready to depart right on schedule, or so I'm told.
Let me just switch to this.
Excellent. 'Tis nice to have a smooth beginning to one's journey, at the very least.
It's funny. Soir came here on a ship very much like this one. And now, years later, the street urchin he befriended that day is bound for his mentor's homeland. With his mentor's grandchildren, no less.
Aye. 'Tis upon reflection that every twist of time's river and fate's whims are brought into sharp relief. Thou hast matured much in the intervening years. Wert thou not caught attempting to relieve Master Louisoix of his purse scant moments after he made landfall upon this dock?
Oh, really? Now that's a tale I'd like to hear.
Will this be your first visit to Charlayan, Sir Estinian? Sir Estinian?
Are we strangers newly met? Why this stiff formality?
I, merely meant it as a professional courtesy, since we are now colleagues in an official sense.
No, we are bros now.
I'd rather you dispense with the sirs, especially in private company. Or I'll be forced to respond in kind, little Lord Alphino.
You've made your point, Estinian. Painfully well.
Better.
Are you all right, Tataru? You seem positively distraught.
Distraught? Me? Don't be silly. I think it's lovely that they get to see their homeland. It's just... we're trying to thwart the schemes of an army hell-bent on destroying the world. And, once again, I have to stay behind and worry that this is the last time I'll get to see my friends.
They're really letting you snark at Tataru, huh? No sense worrying about the things we're powerless to change. Yeah, you can't do shit about it! I'll bring them back safe and sound, I promise.
I'll hold you to that.
Ah, good. You're still here.
Hori! Coulternay! What brings you all this way?
We're to assist the Maelstrom and the Kobolds with a lunar primal operation, so we thought we'd see you off before heading to the tower. Flamine and the others wish you all a safe journey, and promise that they'll look after things here until you return. We will too, of course. Aye, We, your fellow Scions of the Seventh Dawn, will do our part to ensure the end of the world won't happen on our watch.
We're set to sail! All aboard for Sharlayan!
It's time.
Then we must delay no longer. We will contact you the moment we learn aught of value. Wish us luck.
Have a safe journey, and please, please, be careful.
Now. See? She didn't nod. She ain't gotta be safe. It's not what we do. Ding, 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 ding.
And so you venture forth unto the unknown. A fate beyond the horizon that cannot be divined. A future undefined and in flux. In uncertain times, naught but the simplest words of wisdom will suffice. That which lives is destined to die. Love leads to loss. Every beginning has an end. Treasure every moment, every step of your descent.
Danger is my middle name.
And there, in the depths where souls and stars rest, find your truth.
Find your truth. Maybe I will. Oh, hey, map. They've been really getting some use out of this map recently. Loading. Loading. Any second now. Come on, then. Come on, you can do this. I believe in you. Come on, servers. Hang in there. Break your limits. This damn song again.
Here. Feel.
A face full of Lala ass was not on my plans tonight, but sure, why not?
The day has barely dawned, my fellow earlier riser. Though we're hardly alone in that. Envious of those still sleeping soundly, no doubt. Called out to you, you say? I've heard nothing myself. In any case, I dare say the sea air will do you good. Why not join the others on deck? Sharlayan should be coming into view at any moment.
See, I get to hear and not you, because I am the chosen one. Big, thick potatoes, Chris. Thick potatoes. Well, popotos. Okay, what's with this dramatic... to introduce her, I see. I gotcha.
My voice yet reaches you. I am glad.
Hi.
Hear, feel, think. And thus do we meet face to face at last. My warrior of light, guided by the crystal.
My goddess! Literally! I mean, considering what we learned during Shadowbringers. But, yeah, big picture. Why now, Hydaelyn? Of all the times, why now?
After your sojourn in the First, I believe you have your answer.
No, I don't. That's why I'm asking.
You have gained an understanding of what I truly am. What Hydaelyn has always been. A primal. Zodiac was created to forestall the apocalypse which threatened the ancient world. And I was brought forth to bind him.
You're a primal, but you're like one of the best ones.
Yet 7 times now. Those who would orchestrate a return to that bygone era have rejoined a shard to the god I had sundered. The greater his strength grows, the swifter does mine own diminish.
Oh, that's an issue.
The power to draw your mind into the rift betwixt is no longer mine to wield.
Oh, that's an issue.
Yet though it taxes me sorely, I dare not leave these words unsaid. Even bereft of my guidance, you and your companions have accepted the burden of this star's troubled past. A conjunction has begun to form, an intertwining of your time and mine. Wheels shudder and turn. Conflict looms, monumental, which will decide the fate of this world and all life upon it.
Also, that mask you have there? That's a spoiler.
When you truly understand what is at stake, and your journey has prepared you to surmount the insurmountable, then shall I honor the promise made in another time, another age.
Oh, is this the whole old friend thing?
Cast your peepers to the fore, folks. Sharlian's just over yonder.
Yeah, peepers. I love the language in this game.
I will not keep you further. Your traveler's heart must yearn to behold this unfamiliar land. We shall meet again, and soon.
Good morning,
Oh,
sleepyheads.
what a fine morning. Oh, Ooh, still a bit stiff, though.
And a good morning to you too. Taken a look at the island already?
Then let's go! Let's go! Might still be room in the prow if we're lucky.
Ah, the sleepers have arisen. There she is. Good old Charlian.
Oh, I see it.
Oh, that's wallpaper. That's just wallpaper. Right there.
Home. Home at last. Well, maybe not in Father's eyes. But we'll manage on our own. If we must.
You do know you're not alone in this, don't you?
Indeed. 'Tis as Sir Estinian saith. Forget not the comrades who boarded this ship at your side, I prithee.
Thank you, my friends. We are ever grateful for your steadfast support.
Upon arrival, we will be disembarking into the heart of Charlian proper. There is no greater concentration of wisdom in all the world. I am confident that somewhere within that center of knowledge and learning, we will find the answers we seek.
Assuming we get them to talk. I'm gonna have to smack some heads. Hey, title drop.
Charlian, the solitary island nation of the northern seas.
I keep thinking you're gonna go into
gaze of
gameplay.
Thaliak, patron deity of scholars, academics hoard all manner of knowledge and secrets. Once, they deigned to accept foreign students into a distant colony maintained in the Dravanian hinterlands. How swiftly they abandoned it once the first Garlean boot set hostile foot on Alamegan soil.
Oh yeah, Idleshire was theirs.
So averse to the prosecution of war, these men of wisdom, your would-be allies.
It was actually pretty good. Like, we had only 40 people on the queue because apparently around these hours the queue is fine. It's
I thought
later.
they'd never let us off the ship. What's next then? Entry applications?
Excuse me.
Hopefully they find no cause to deny us.
It's later in the day where other half of the world wakes up that like gets heavy.
Hasn't Charlian all but severed relations with foreign powers? Those of us without direct ties, myself included, may be refused outright.
'Tis true that, as a nation, Charlian only forms trade agreements with a select few neutral countries. But from a practical standpoint, an island cannot afford to be overly strict with its borders, especially not if that island's people are wholly devoted to the accumulation of knowledge. If one submits the proper paperwork, with satisfactory evidence of identity and intent, then foreigners may be granted entry.
May.
Quite. So let us be absolutely clear on these points before we proceed.
May.
The immigration officer will ask for your affiliation and your purpose of visit. Considering Sharlayan's views on intervention, I strongly suggest we avoid any mention of the Scions. Kral has laid the groundwork for us to act as associates of the students of Baldessian, and our ostensible reason for being here is to aid in their order's restoration.
Emma.
Grahatir, it might expedite our progress should an actual student be seen at the head of our little group. Would you mind leading the way?
Of course. The immigration officers were this way, as I recall. Shall we?
We shall. But first, there's something I noticed. Of the design of the spear. I think it's a symbol for one of the gods.
Greetings.
We've just arrived and are eager it's probably the god of knowledge.
Would you be so kind as to process our entry applications?
Certainly. I see by your mark you are an Archon.
I am. Grahatir of the Students of Baldessian at your service. I was assigned to an Eorzean survey team, but have returned to assist with the reformation of my order. My associates here will provide additional support.
She is not buying it.
Very good. I have paperwork detailing your group and its scheduled arrival for today. And it seems some few of your companions are also Archons. If you'll step forward, we can process those applications first.
I like how being a professor in Final Fantasy XIV world basically gives you a sick tattoo. It's like, oh yeah, you have this sick tattoo. You must be someone smart. Yeah.
See how it glows? That list is etherically linked with the citizen registry kept in the main repository.
It's pulling from a computer database, but magical.
I've confirmed your status as Archons and amended your travel records accordingly. Welcome home.
Thank you.
Now, who do we have here?
Alphino Leveilleur.
And Alize Leveilleur.
You are Leveilleur no longer.
Your applications have also been approved. Having said that, the streets are abuzz with talk of how House Leveilleur's lord disowned his young progeny. And while such personal circumstances constitute no reason to deny you entry, I urge you to avoid exacerbating your present situation. Times are quite troubled enough already.
Yeah, about that.
We shall keep that in mind.
I am hellbent on punching their dad.
These last two are not Sharlayan natives, but you will find their credentials are in order. An application was made in advance.
Name and occupation?
Yeah, artisan would be the proper one for me, considering blacksmith was the first class I leveled. Almia Vincier, artisan.
Indeed. Your profile describes you as an adventurer, but one also trained in the rather more constructive pursuits of procurement and production. You may enter.
It's also an adventure.
And you, sir?
Estinian!
Estinian Valino, formerly of the Order of the Knights Dragoon in Ishgard.
Formerly, at least. And what, pray tell, is your profession now?
Stabber. Poker. that eye shift. Adventurer, just go with adventurer.
If you'll allow me... My associate is a mercenary, hired for his strength at arms. Surely you are aware of the dangers we often face on our forays into the wilderness.
Mistress Baldessian, if you insist on sponsoring his entry, then so be it. But while I appreciate that desperate times call for desperate measures, I find your choice of company concerning. Be advised that even a single misstep may have severe repercussions for your organization.
I have every confidence in my chosen company, dear and trusted comrades that they are. But I thank you for your concern.
I love her voice.
Croyle, it is good to see you.
Likewise. Long voyage notwithstanding, you all seem none the worse for wear. There is much to discuss, but this is hardly the place. Let's be on our way, shall we?
Away from the prying eyes.
Oh! Welcome, friends, to Sharlayan.
As your mercenary, I should hope my welcome includes a generous salary.
Well, I had to say something, Sir Taciturn.
Sir Taciturn. Are we done? Are we done with cutscenes? Yes. Now. Okay. Yeah, this is one of the gods. This is one of the gods' symbol, isn't it? I know that symbol. I've seen it. Right? Lots of people. Excuse me. Allow me to extend unto thee my warmest welcome, Alia. May the wisdom of my homeland aid us in our endeavors. You are doubtless eager to take in the sights. Not to worry, Almia. The city is not like to vanish before we finish our discussion. I don't like the way you say that. That's a dead flag. For the city, at least. Even allowing that the years I spent in the first passed here in the blink of an eye, the city feels untouched by time. Here we are at last, the great city of Sharlayan. You may have noticed some similarities with the Crystarium, yes? In fact, Oh, but we really should let Krille have her say first. We can continue this conversation at another time. I am unaccustomed to fabricating lies on demand. Why should it matter how I earn my living? Yeah, Estinian is just too used to, I am the goddamn Azure Dragoon. Not anymore, you're not. I'm fine, honestly. Better to be waved through with a stern warning than be denied entry after all. Yeah. That was about as awkward as expected. Still, we're here now, and that's all that matters. I'm glad I spotted your ship coming into port. The officers are born bureaucrats and sticklers for detail. In any case, you may relax and take a moment to get around your land legs back. So what's this? Weapon copper. Eye level 500. Seriously? Okay. Not that. Wow. All my spell speed. Alas. It looks decent at least. It looks pretty nice in fact. Me like it. I'm just gonna have everything replaced now. Okay. I had thought to launch directly into an explanation of what I've learned and how we might proceed. But this is Almia and Estinian's first time in Sharlayan, and for the rest of you, a homecoming was long overdue. You must have places you wish to visit, and people you're dying to see. Therefore, I propose we postpone our agenda so that you all may have sufficient time to recover from your journey and get your bearings in the city. Once you've settled in, we can reconvene at the Baldesion Annex. How does that sound? It is a fine suggestion. We may not be welcome at the Levelia estate as such, but I should like to nose around the neighborhood all the same. I am equally untethered, as it were. There is no particular place that my kin call home. Still, I would not pass up the opportunity to reacquaint myself with the city. Likewise, a quick tour of our old haunts might even yield some useful gossip. Yikes, that's a sentence. The annex was west of the Aetheryte Plaza, wasn't it? I shall join you there anon. Yes, we'll see you there. Let's go! Orianger, what are you thinking? I too have places I would be remiss in not visiting forthwith. Bide I leave. What of you, Estinian? My services as a guide are yours for the asking. That won't be necessary. Until we reconvene, I prefer to wander as the wind takes me. So I'm just gonna walk about. But I could... Oh. Estinian needs to find a high rooftop to climb. Dragoon habits die hard. Well, Raha, would you like to join us then? You've been gone for quite a while, and this would be the perfect way to refresh those dusty old memories of yours. Oh, of course, if you will have me. Come, Almia, Sharlayan awaits. Sadly, I'm not a fan of this quest accepted tune. It doesn't have the... I'm assuming this is gonna be the date bit. Oh dear, his enthusiasm is infectious, isn't it? Before that, now, let me see. First we do this. Ethernet access. I forgot to do this. Up to you, my friend. I am more than content to follow your lead. Grahatia is now accompanying you. Keep him at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. You can leave Grahatia behind by entering a different area using the Ethernet or by putting too much distance between you. You can also speak with Grahatia and select the option to part ways. If you wish to have Grahatia accompany you again, return and speak with him at the original location. While Grahatia is accompanying you, next try speaking with Krille. Wow. Fine, I won't. And let us be on our way. First stop, amusingly enough, will be the last stand. It's a cafe on the west side of the harbor. Lead your two companions to the last stand and speak with Krille. I recommend you make out their conversation points. Oh, lores. Enter the glowing area, speak with your companions. Yes. Yes. Lore! Give me lore. Let's see here. Wow, the cafe is right there. I'm not gonna... You guys are not gonna... You know what? Y'all can wait. I need to at least attune to the big one. Run, you fools! Well, they haven't disappeared yet, so maybe I can just, I don't know, walk about. God damn, this is beautiful. Journeys, and I would love to live in a place like this. Look at all this green. Ah! It's beautiful. Also, there's BGM, jeez. My mother told me never talk to strangers, so I'm ignoring you. See, this is me paying you no mind at all. Listen here, you little shit. I wonder what kind of jumping puzzles they have in this place. Maybe up there? I would love to, like, get some sightseeing log jumping puzzle here somewhere. If it was there, you could see the whole city and the vista as well. Hello, goodbye. Next up, the Stadium, and then Baldesian Annex. tranquility. Run, you fools. Can I? Hup, hup, hup. I said hup. Hup. There we go. And then this should be the last one. Shiny. Hello, sir. Study was home to all manner of debate, though there are some who have taken to recording forensic victories, even betting on who will win and who will lose an argument. The scion of House Levelea, who graduated quite a while ago, claimed the most wins and has yet to be dethroned. We'll see about that! Because I definitely have some choice words for him. Graha? Graha, what are you doing? Graha? Just gonna... You can't just... No! What the cat doing? Alright, let's go to the cafe. That's probably it, isn't it? Well, I didn't see any option. Ah, there it is. Optional conversation node. Give it to me. Give me the lore. Hey. The great statue of Talia. As a student of Valdesian, I was usually quartered on the Isle of Val, but I would gaze upon the scholar's wise features every time I returned by ship to the city. That boy out there? This path leading out towards the sea is known as the Taliac Stowe, so named for the statue of the scholar which stands at its end. As you know, the Sharlayan people prize the accumulation of wisdom above all else. Thus, when Taliac was chosen as our patron deity, it was more a matter of pragmatism than belief, an alignment of principles, as it were. We may have honored him with a rather impressive sculpture, yes, but our fate is not so restrictive as that of, say, the Ishgadians. Individual Sharlayans can and do worship the divinities of their choosing. Right. Not only you designed a harbor in his sign, but you also have a statue on. Okay. And here we are, the last stand. I may have mentioned this before, but although our research into nutrition and food preparation is quite extensive, the average Sharlayan tends to regard seasoning and flavor with a certain indifference. God, that's sad. No salt, no pepper? How can I put this? The food is bland, as encapsulated by our infamous Archon loaf. The prevailing sentiment towards cuisine is dietary value first and taste a distant second. There was one pupil at the Studium, however, who could stomach the skull's insipid meals no longer. Blech. So he quit his lessons and poured all his savings into building a proper eatery. And so the last stand came to be. It is, as the name implies, the sole dedicated outpost of fine dining in Sharlayan, the one and only base bastion of the culinary arts in an isle of otherwise mediocre fare. It's like nobody cares about seasoning, so these guys are the fucking. The boy made his last nana. I seem to recall the burger being hailed as one of the more impressive items on the menu. Not that I ever had the pleasure of eating one myself. Well, isn't it your lucky day? Wow, just firing shots, huh? Because you were a typical Sharlayan when it came to cheap and convenient, Raha. But surely Tatara has since taught you how to appreciate a well-prepared dish. We should all stop in when the time permits and sample the cafe's delights. Shall we press on? The stairs to the side of the cafe there will take us up to the Eaterite Plaza. Emma, that sentence broke midway, but hey, we got through. This guitar is just so chill. I didn't miss a secondary, right? Yeah, Eterite looks different from how I remember that. An unusual shape, isn't it? I would like to look, but you like my camera. I assure you, however, that it's a perfectly functioning Eterite. Remember to attune yourself before we move on. Now, being the diligent tour guide I am, I should make mention of the Confluence, a research facility located on this very plaza. Its much wanted discoveries are the reason Sharlayan stands at the forefront of teleportation technology. In deciphering the underlying principles of elegant Eterites, it allowed us to understand and reconstruct what was essentially a lost art. And off we go to our next destination. Our path leads northeast to the Agora, Sharlayan's largest marketplace. Circle. Wow, the marketplace is actually... Wow, so this is gonna be the new Limsa. This is the closest the market has ever been to the Eaterite. Huh. Hello. Oops. Do you mind if I browse the shelves for a moment? There might be some hidden gems I've yet to read. Only a moment? How optimistic. Feel free to browse all you like, but we won't wait around for you. Yeah, perhaps I'll return here later then. You better. These little open-air bookstalls are so uniquely Sharlayan. I'd always thought them a common sight until I visited other nations. I mean... Hold on, just... Why am I... Newspaper, huh? I wonder what these books are about. Excuse me, do you have any not suitable for kids content? Just asking, out of curiosity. Just want to see what kind of fetishes the Sharlayans are into. Anything worth cracking my coin purse for today, I wonder. Welcome to the Agora, where you can find wares made in Sharlayan, as well as a wide selection of imported goods. They also used to sell questionable prototypes from the various research institutes, but I think that practice has thankfully died out. For the most part. Otherwise, I can think of no better place to stock up for your next big adventure. Am I overselling it? On a more serious note, the next stop on our tour is one which has particular relevance to our ultimate purpose here. We must head back to the Aetheryte Plaza, follow the path north, then climb the stairs up to that imposing building at the very top. Yeah, sure, overselling. Haha. Shut up, right? Back to the Aetheryte. And then north, you say. Let's run! I like that when you pop sprint, they just line up. Hello. This is the Nymphaeum, an area dedicated to the blessings of water. For Sharlians, water represents more than a life-sustaining liquid. It is a reminder of the great flood which precipitated the birth of our nation, as well as a symbol of knowledge which flows from Taliak's divine ear. This is the reason you see an abundance of fountains throughout the city, and a propensity for utilizing water as a decorative feature in our architecture. Because it represents knowledge. There. What do you say? These little decorative features are typical of Sharlian architecture. Aside from the research wing, our headquarters on the Isle of Wild were rather simple and rustic by comparison. This is the Nymphaeum, a monument built in tribute to water spirits known as the Nymphae. Seems rather fitting for a city that erected a towering statue of the rulers of rivers, Taliak, no? Yeah. It's a goddamn fountain! Don't think too much about it. What an invigorating breeze. A touch biting perhaps, but pleasant nonetheless. I know that feel. I know that feel. This grand structure before you is the rostra. The name refers to the original public platform erected here, upon which a forum of elected representatives would deliver orations and debate policy. Although the stage has since evolved into council chambers, the nature of the forum and the duties of its members remain largely unchanged. Am I boring you, Raha? You seem awfully distracted. My apologies. From here, one can see the entire city spread out below. I would like to look too! But you lock my camera. The vista put me in mind of my arrival in the first. Those who had gathered at the Crystal Tower asked me how they might go about building a new home. Naturally, my answers were all inspired by my knowledge of the finest settlement I could think of, the great city of Sharlian. And bit by bit, those few buildings grew into a town, a community, the Crystarium. I can almost see its echo. I see. Feel free to come up here whenever you wish. I don't think the counselors would object you to simply enjoying the view. Such memories should be treasured. Treasured. For now, however, the tour must go on. Our spectacle of sightseeing concludes with the fittingly named Journey's End. Walk down the stairs to the east and continue straight ahead. East. anything optional there? No? Okay. We've arrived at Journey's End. History tells us that this was where those who put ashore with Archon Newcraft built their first homes. In the present day, it serves as a residential district for the most important officials and the oldest Charlian families. You'll see that one mansion is clearly larger than its neighbors. That estate belongs to our friends from House Levelier. All things considered, we should probably keep our distance for the time being. And with that, we bring our little Charlian tour to a close. I hope it has proven to be an entertaining and enlightening experience. Now, shall we head directly to the Baldesion Annex? You remember the way, don't you, Ra? Let me think. We head down towards the harbor, cross the bridge on our right, then follow the path below the Aetheryte Plaza? Correct. After you, Almia. Way back to harbor. Harbor! Oh yeah, secondary. Well, optional. What say you? Charlians, full of educational and research institutions, but there are still professors who prefer to establish their own private practices. Not that I ever attended to exclusive schools they run in these residences. Perhaps the twins could tell you more about them. That's so. Right, we cross this bridge here as I recall, stick to the path, and be careful not to end back up in the Aetheryte Plaza. Cross this bridge, you say. I gotta say, I like the night version more of the town museum. Hey, finally! That's the shiny you got. This is it, the Baldesion Annex. Is it? As the Julius look on Raha's face has undoubtedly informed you, this is the Baldesion Annex. If you continue up the hill, you'll arrive on the doorstep of Phenomenon, but I think we've explored enough for one day. We can take you there another time. Inside with you, then. We finished our date! Back, and I brought Almia and Raha with me. Ah, you were right about the ship then. Hello, Graha, it's nice to see you again. And it's a pleasure to finally meet you, Almia. I've heard many a tale of your exploits. Ochikatsunchika? It has been an age. Allow me to introduce Ochikatsunchika, Administration Officer for the students of Baldesion. He oversees the day-to-day business of the Annex. You may recall meeting his cousin Ejika. Oh yes, Eureka! I read the initial reports. Quite a shock to hear what's become of the Isle. Do take care if you have the opportunity to rejoin the expedition. I still haven't finished Eureka. One day. This place is like a second home for the students. The Isle of Walls served as our main headquarters, of course, but we often had the occasion to visit Charlian. Whether to make use of the city's research facilities, attend conferences, or procure supplies from distant shores. And the annex here was built to provide lodgings for our members while we engaged in such activities. So this is gonna be my inn, okay. Ever since our former headquarters, along with the Isle itself, vanished, the annex has served as our base of operations. And yet it feels so empty, with so many lost to us. Our organization is a shell of its former self. Just like the Scions. The day will come when we will see the students rise again. But first, we must ensure that Telephoroi fall. Emma. Through that door on the left there is the main hall where we can discuss our options moving forward. Once everyone arrives, that is. You probably have time to rest before our discussions begin in earnest. I've had private quarters prepared for you in the Andron, so please, feel free to make yourself at home. Ah, the nap rooms! Perfect for an afternoon doze. Oh, I didn't mean to give you the wrong impression. The chambers are quite well appointed. Far more so than some cheap roadside inn, you may be assured. It was simply that we were often so busy with research, or exhausted from journeys abroad, that we would slip into Andron just to steal a few winks. And thus, they become known amongst the students as nap rooms. Even if many such naps might last well into the following morning. Those are not naps. Those are not naps, Gratia. Say the word and I'll be happy to show you to your chamber. Hopefully others won't be too long in coming. I'll wait for you all in the main hall. I want to check my room. Ting. Loading, loading, loading. Lots of people, you see. Whoa, that is lots of people. Woo! Yeah, I'm ready for a nap. I want to see the insides. I want to see the design of it. Oh. Wow, just stuff things there, huh? That doesn't look earthquake safe. Comfy feather bed. Comf. I like it. I like it. It's pretty rectangle, and I like that. That pleases me. That pleases my monkey brain. Alright, let's go to the main hall then. Into the main hall? Yes, do. Can we sit on this? I doubt it, it looks too low. Oh, you can. Emma. Feeling refreshed and alert? Our colleagues should be wandering in soon, so I suggest we stay here and wait for them to join us.
Pray forgive me. I was delayed.
It's fine, Urianger. We're all here now.
Let's get down to business then, shall we? Come what may, we must prevent the Telophoroi's plans from coming to fruition. At present, I see two paths for gathering the information which may aid us in achieving that goal. The first involves an investigation into the change which has come over Sharlayan, not to mention the recent inscrutable behavior of the Forum. As most of you know, the 99 members of the Forum are elected from the general populace. This alone guarantees a plethora of opinion with regards to foreign policy. The bibliotheques, for example, are a group of conservatives which would have Sharlayan focus on recording history, while remaining entirely uninvolved in the making of it. And at the other extreme, we have advocates for proactive diplomacy and direct intervention. My grandfather Galef was one such member, as was Archon Louisois. Yet despite our diverse factions and philosophies, the recent vote to deny Eorzea's request for assistance was unanimous. Even more concerning was the fact that many cited other, more pressing duties as justification for their recalcitrance.
Fortuno's refusal in Gridania had those same undertones. 'Twas as if, having stared unblinking into the face of impending doom, he had simply turned away to pursue something more important. But what could that possibly be?
The moon's haunted.
A mystery indeed, and one which I ask for your help to solve. Our future may depend on it. As for our second potential path, it concerns a request made directly to the students of Baldessian. Our organization was founded primarily to study strange and unexplained phenomena the world over. Mysterious relics and ruins, arcane disturbances, and so forth. Compared to our more isolationist Sharlayan colleagues, we have strong connections overseas, namely with scholars and academics who share our passion for the unknown. The request in question comes from one such acquaintance, Nidana, an alchemist residing in distant Thavnair. Her missive describes the sudden appearance of a tower, and the subsequent summoning of what I can only assume is a lunar primal. In response to this threat, the Satrap of Radzat-Han, the individual who governs the city-state, has instructed the alchemists to find a means to deal with the spire.
The artisans of that land are heirs to an ancient tradition, one rather unlike that of their Uldan counterparts. 'Tis possible, nay, probable, that they have gleaned truths unattainable by Eorzea or her Far Eastern allies.
They do, in fact, appear to have a strategy in mind, though it will require further research. To that end, they have requested an introduction to a capable warrior shielded by the blessing of light.
Assuming we divide our forces to pursue both of Kral's lines of inquiry, and having you join the group heading to Thavnair would seem the obvious choice. But the investigation in Sharlayan is of vital importance as well. Equal, I think, to the Thavnairian one, given that the fate of the world may hinge on the results of both.
Yes, It is quite the quandary. Though it is a great imposition and an altogether too common one, our efforts would be more likely to succeed were you to lead the charge on both fronts.
I mean, I can teleport, so...
You are indeed our champion. As to which task to tackle first, we will defer to your decision. Let us next decide how everyone else might best be assigned. As for myself, I shall continue what I've begun in Sharlayan. I should also like to steal the services of an Archon or two.
And thereby gain access to a greater range of reading material. I will help with that.
Allow me to offer my assistance. I have some small amount of experience in the field of research.
Alice and I would also like to help, if you would have us.
Anything to understand even a fraction of what our father and the Forum might be thinking. Of course, the more the merrier.
You know what they
Right.
say?
The rest of us will
more
make
the
the journey
merrier.
to Thavner. Thoughts? Objections?
I passed through Thavner on my way to infiltrate the Empire, and though I'm not qualified to give a guided tour, I did gain a sense of where things lie.
I'll be happy to have you along then. So for this group, it will be you, me, and Urianger.
Give me a moment afterwards, and I'll supply you with all the details of Nadana's request. Consider this hall our rendezvous point once our respective tasks are complete. May our investigations prove fruitful.
Ah, I see, so you gotta choose. I think I want to go to this way first. I've had enough lore for one day. I say that as I talk for more lore. If you're ready to set out, then so are we. Estini is like, I can just teleport. Whatever. How the fuck are you guys gonna get there? Huh? The Confluence, thou sayest. What about it? I'm afraid so, my friend. Sup? What's going on? Thou wilt recall the hunt for Iceheart, unto whose sanctuary we delivered thee, owing to the knowledge of our comrade Munbrida. Munbrida was an authority on aetherology, a field of study she did embark upon in pursuit of her parents' example. Ah, that's how it's gonna be. Both are authorities in their own right, and both are researchers at the Confluence. Have you gone to see them yet? Nay. I attempted to do so earlier, but to my shame, my courage failed me at the last. As it had the many times I thought to reach out to them after sending that fateful letter. Neither time nor introspection have revealed unto me the words I should speak, and thus have I kept my silence. Whether you come with us or no is your choice, and yours alone. If it's too difficult, we'll manage. Thou art kind to say so, but I have no intention of forsaking our cause. I shall go to the Confluence, and I shall face that which had long been overdue. If it's settled, then let us be off. When we arrive, we should look for a researcher named Kit. Or Kite. I really don't like this quest accepted tune. This jingle. Can I activate this one as well? An unsettling change has come over Charlian, but together we will divine the underlying cause for the forum's callousness. As I mentioned before, however, questioning counselors directly is a fruitless endeavor. They seem to have already come to a consensus as to what and how little they are willing to divulge. Which is why I began scouring Charlian's archive of historical records for any hint of a connection to the final days. Suffice it to say that progress has been slow. There are only so many dusty pages one can skim in a day. But now that I have this band of willing reinforcements, the search should proceed all the swifter. Let us reconvene outside Numenon, shall we? Exit the annex to the right and you'll find the archives on the western edge of the woods. Western edge, not age. Me, I say. Anyways. You know what? Let's just go. Let's not start teleporting right from the get-go. I like how the quests have started giving you high quality gear, because otherwise I would just, you know, craft my own shit, and these would be useless. Herp. Excuse me, tree. Hello? Going ahead with the crystals, huh? Excuse me, sir. Miss? I am researching the Far East's Tenkanto. Here's a bit of trivia for you. It is made of timber. Is that not absolutely fascinating? My, what a mysterious and exotic land such a place must be. Well, you see, over there... they got ninjas. And those ninjas. Hi. Hello! Well now, this is a rather lot of stern faces. Are my library books overdue again? Not to our knowledge. We're associates of Kirle of the Students of Valdesian. We seek passage to Taune and understand that you can assist us. Ah, the test subjects! Welcome, welcome! Wait, what? Test subjects? Oh, you hadn't heard? Well then, allow me to explain. You are to be my bitch! So, in order to travel to an Aetheryte, you only need to be attuned to it beforehand. Otherwise, you can't use it as a beacon to seek out while you're a mess of ether hurtling along the lifestream. An inconvenient but incontrovertible limitation of Aetheryte teleportation. But what if I were to tell you that there's a way to travel to an Aetheryte without being attuned to it? We've done that before and it was dangerous as fuck. A way to teleport instantly to places you've never been. We've done that before and it has been dangerous as fuck. For long years, we have labored to make such travel possible that people might move about more freely. And we've finally done it. We've created a new kind of Aetheryte that doesn't require attunement. Bullshit. Truly, that changes everything. Well, my language may have been a bit misleading. The user need not attune to these Aetherytes, but the Aetherytes themselves must have been pre-attuned to each other, thereby facilitating travel between the 2 points. I see. That's less dangerous. But it just so happens that our first test pair of Aetherytes, one has been installed here in Sharlayan and the other over in Yedlamad, a port town in Tanair. As you may know, our nation has long maintained strong ties with Razatan. And indeed, we owe much of this breakthrough to the contributions of their alchemists. So, to sum up, we are to test these Aetherytes. How fortuitous for you. I should mention that an accident has impaired my ability to channel ether. Will this be a problem? Not at all. As a matter of fact, you might say these Aetherytes were made for people like your good self. The magics imbued within will whisk you away without any effort on your part. A veritable dream come true, and far be it from me to worry about such things, but do we have permission to make use of your new shiny invention? The only permission required is yours, so assuming you're willing, we're all set. I don't like this. It may come as a surprise, but we actually struggle to find test subjects. Most people seem to have an unreasonable fear of their souls gradually disintegrating as they drift helplessly in the lifestream. In the statistically unlikely event that something goes awry. But it's possible. It's unlikely, but it's possible. But it's plain that you aren't most people. Mr. Skrille truly knows how to pick 'em. Don't. Cease. You cease this. If I might change the subject, our Master Vifson and Mistress Bludia not present today. Oh, you didn't hear? They recently resigned their posts. Their expertise was needed elsewhere. A large-scale project held by the Forum itself, as I understand, but I'm not privy to details. I see. Any other questions? No? Then let's get going before you change your minds. Please cease your preparations and head outside to the Aetheryte Plaza. I'll be along shortly. I don't like where this is going. Alright. Let's go. Oh, well, what's this? We got some side quests here. The hunt for specimens is probably the new hunt club thingy, marketing. It's not here. Is it underside? Is it hidden? It's like a underground thing. I don't want to jump down. You know what? I'll just teleport back. Huh? I can't jump down. I've been denied! How could this be? You know what? I'm just curious now. I gotta check. You know, that looks pretty closed. So where's the NPC? Did he just not? Ah. It was just taking its time spawning in. Right. Right. Why, yes, I am her. Well, as I live and breathe, it is you! Ha! I knew I'd be the first to track you down. Who's the guild ship's top hunter now, eh? Wait, you have heard of the guild ship hunts, right? Yes? They're not so different from the hunts you're familiar with in Eorzea, as I understand it. I'd wager they're rather more challenging, but an adventurer of your caliber would never turn down a challenge now, would you? No, you would not. Pray speak with Nortota at the peristyle to register your interest at your earliest convenience. The hell is this? Hardcore parkour! Hey yo. By the scholar, you're Almia. I was half convinced I'd set up the others on an impossible task, asking them to find you. The Gleaner's Guildship has begun posting hunt bills, you see, in the hopes that capable individuals will take up arms to lighten our ever-increasing load. Unfortunately, capable individuals remain the sticking point. Few hailing from our fair polis are willing to take up arms, let alone able to stand against the more fearsome specimens. You, however, have the experience and the grit that we need. When I heard that you arrived on our shores, it was music to my ears. You needn't work for free, of course. We've done our research, and the rewards we offer are as fine as you'll find abroad. The currency we employ is a relic of times when Gleaner was a great deal less figurative, so you may find it somewhat eccentric, but it's as good as Gil here. Speaking of eccentric, it should be noted that the majority of our clients are scholars. You probably won't have heard half the creatures they send you after, but I find it's best not to worry over that much. Slay beasts, collect samples, try not to think about the long-term effects of touching set samples, and get paid. Simple, no? Botch that. That being said, I wouldn't dream of throwing you in the deep end just yet. Let's have you start off with some junior marks so you can get your feet wet. Yeah. Guild ship hunts now accessible. Thumma. If I see them, I'll kill them and I'll get the marks. I'm not gonna chase after them though. I might. The problem. I shall teleport the Trident and trusted way. Good luck. Scared, are you?
Right, we're all set. Just the four of you, was it?
3. I'm already attuned to the crystal in Thavnir.
You are? Oh, I would have preferred more test subjects. Oh well, never mind. if our 3 travelers could line up here, please? Yes, right there is fine. Take a deep breath, and I'll soon have you soaring through the ether. Oh, and one last thing. You might experience a teensy-weensy touch of violent ethereal sickness. Good luck!
What?
It's a good thing we didn't eat anything, I suppose. Ooh, that's some distance. Welcome to Razathan.
Thavnir, home to city-state Razathan. Rising from the southeast waters of the Bounty, this Isle of Plenty served as the battleground for a conflict between 2 peoples. Their cultures bled into one another until a unique amalgamation was distilled from the chaos, in a process not unlike their precious alchemy. Once solidified as a single nation, an adamant stance of neutrality would hold invaders at bay. For a time.
Okay, we're fine.
Now across this vibrant isle creeps a fog of malice. What choice do you have?
We're not fine.
What chance?
He just fucking died.
Against such an insidious foe.
Urianger, no! I can't believe they killed Urianger. Oh, it's not a one-time thing, jeez.
I've seen fairer faces after a bout of bad shellfish. Let me bring you something to drink. That should help settle your bellies.
Or make it worse.
There was a note with Kryle's instructions. Don't let a Stinian roam the markets alone. He's alarmingly bad with coin.
Oh no! you manage to will yourself to your feet, but given your condition, will you be able to reach Estinian in time? I don't know. Blech. Get your shit together, girl. Estinian, no! You're gonna lose all our money. You there. I need 3 drinks, something that helps with eater sickness. By the Manus, yeah, traveler. I mean, greetings and welcome. You are wise, good sir, to come to me. My special amralasi, made with only the finest and freshest ingredients, is famed for calming unruly bellies. By way of a warm welcome to town air, I am pleased to offer it to you for the low price of 19,800 gil. For not 1, not 2, but 3 bottles. A bargain amongst bargains. But wait, there is more. The price is high road robbery, and you want to say as much to Estinian, but you realize any words of warning you cry out will be accompanied by your last meal. You must stand before Estinian and, using gestures, deny that the deal is fair. Target Estinian / deny. Nope, stop, cease this, don't do this. I thought you could barely stand. What do you need to tell me that's so urgent? Wait, I shouldn't buy the last. The merchant is swindling me. Ah! Sincerest apologies, sir, but I appear to have my prices confused. It's actually 1,890 gil for the 3 bottles of lassie. You're still... I will punch you. That confusion would have been quite costly. For both of us. Very well then. Your coin. Here, a bottle for each of you. Take them to the others and get some rest. I'll be back after I explored the town. And before that, oh, it looks like a... Now, girl. Together. We can do this. I just love this. I absolutely love this. Absolute mood. Made with only the finest and freshest ingredients, this amber-flavored lassi is boasted to settle unruly stomachs. There you go. Praise be to the swell. My stomach doth loosen its death grip. My heartfelt thanks to thee and Estinian, and to the fine fruits of this land. You were in time? Excellent. You spared us Tataro's wrath. Sweet release. If you haven't already, you should have yours too. Chug, 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 chug. Right, I'm ready to get on with it. That lassie truly worked wonders. Back on your feet, I see. Diane. Hoo-hoo! Aye, I've bound it. 'Tis the most I could do against this heat, short of shedding my armor. Unfortunate weather conditions. Dynamic weather. It's raining, it should be cold right now. May I ask where you got the cord for it? Oh no. Oh no. A local vendor. The man said it's Tamnarian weave. Tough and not easily unraveled. And how much did it cost? 9,400 gil a steel I was so. It's nothing fancy, but I was valid function over form. That's incredible. I dare say not even Alphino could hold a candle to you. There goes our money. The joke answer. Sarcastic answer. Questioning straight answer. One mustn't be too quick to paint a diverse people with a single brush. If such not prove to be commonplace, I would presume it's symptomatic of societal instability. Claiming Tamnair as its dominion, the nation of Razathan had long thrived as a hub of commerce. In the beginning, there were the Arkasodra, the Matanga tribe indigenous to this island. Over time, they came to be joined by other races, and through their intermingling, a culture rich and distinct did emerge. From alchemy to textiles, the products of Hannish culture have come to be celebrated and coveted the world over. A development only aided by the nation's prime location as a waypoint betwixt east and west. All of this had combined to make a trading power at Razathan. Yet such a status cannot be taken for granted. Nay, it must needs be maintained through judicious governance and stringent regulation. Neither of which I see any evidence, giving the merchants at a gateway town are free to fleece hapless travelers and tarnish the reputation of the nation at large. Just so, that opportunistic pricing is rampant doth suggest that oversight is much weakened, or mayhap that the people have fallen upon hard times. Whatever the truth may be, it would be prudent to ascertain the current state of affairs. Prudent and practical, aye. We've not to lose by learning more. So, ere we seek out Krillig's acquaintance, shall we see what information we can gather here in Yelleman? Emma. Excellent. We didn't get off to a flying start, but we'll make up for it. Okay. Why can't I? There we go. Come on. I like this Estinian. A functional fashion. Look at this man's hair. 'Tis good. 'Tis good. Blend of yogurt and spices. Interesting. What's this over there? Gemstones? Oh no, we're doing this again. We're doing this fate thing again. I mean, makes sense for this place. Emma. Now let's see here. Come on! There we go. Oh, the others didn't unlock yet here? Huh. Oh, this is the whole area. Ooh, 3 towns. Do I have to attune to anything before flight? Seems like it. Oh boy. Ether currents. They haven't unlocked yet, huh? Right, let us split up and make inquiries in town. Almia, the pier is yours. Once we have learned what we can, we regroup by the Iterite. Off-putting though the mayor's sight of it may be. Alright, let us see here then. Oh. What's with these goods just here? Yeah. Yeah. That checks out. Yeah, the trading is kind of shot here, it seems. What happened, I wonder? Alright, where's the final clue? There it is. Look, a clue! A clue! Heyo? Well now, if it isn't a traveler. You're a rare sight these unsettled times. People have been giving us a wide berth since that accursed tower suddenly appeared on Northern air. If it just stood there and loomed ominously, perhaps things would be fine after a fashion. But no, it had to spawn fell fiends as well. We still have our lives thanks to the radiant host, but business as good as dead. What'll become of us, only the gods know. Shit's fucked. That's what I learned. I wonder. I can't resist a good body of water. Wrong class. I probably don't have the bait for this place, but I still want to see. Yeah, unsuited for this location. You know what? There's a merchant over there. They gotta have the proper bait. Hey, you! Shrimp ball, gold salmon roe, leech. Leech is out of my level. You know what? I'll just 20 of both and then run them through. Can't resist a good fishing. Hup. Let's put on our hat. It's raining. And before that, let me quickly go and get some tea. Be right back. I return to the land of living with tea. Alright. Yeet! Oh. Ah shit, I forgot to release. Damn it. That's gonna be inventory space taken. Come on. Oh, that's a big one. High quality even. What's that? Able to execute search and actions. Identical cast. Yeah, no need. Just where's the release? There it is. I can't mooch off of this, so that's useless to me. It's not even high quality, just release. Hoop. Alright, you know what? Ooh. Is it moochable? No, release. It's time for patience. Yeet! Now, let's see here. If it's 1 exclamation, precision. If it's 2, powerful. It's precision. Let's go. Haha! Large and in charge. Release. Powerful, okay. Okay, what is these? Baited breath. Release. Yep. Spearfishing. Vital set. Ah. Okay, that's a new one. Wouldn't it be powerful? Allows the execution of mooch even with average size. That was precision. That was the sound of precision. Makeshift bait is new. Okay. Oh, interesting stuff. I see. So now you have these skills that you can dump stacks in. Interesting. check the traits. There's gotta be something about it. Upon landing a large-sized fish. So, I see. Instead of high-quality fish, now we have large-sized fish. How? And each time you get one, you get a stack of angler's art. Basically the inner quiet of fishing. Humma. Start fishing allows you to cast your line in space. I'm gonna fish on the moon. Fish on the moon, I will. Honestly, I'd probably use Taliak's favor the most. So I can increase the cadence of my patience rotations. Because the more patience you have, like the more you use it, the more you get large fish. So it can become a self-sustaining loop like that. Use patience, get angler's art, dump it in Taliak's, use patience. And gather all the chunky fishes you want. What? No one. The fish gets away. Alright, time for some patience. Cacciando release. Decision. That's powerful. Oh, not enough. My stats are too low. Got away. Shit. I can't believe this. Let's see here. Yep, that's how it's going to be. Well, that was 20. Now let's spend this 20, and then we'll continue with the quest. Oh. Well, I guess not. I guess I'll just do my quest. Fine. Well, fine then. But thou must. The Dalmascans aren't coming, but we already have everything they ordered. What are we supposed to do with it? I don't know, but yelling me isn't going to help. All I know is that their plans have changed, and that's that. Look, you must have known this might happen. The Empire's at war with itself, and the provinces are in chaos. And then there's the towers sitting on our doorsteps, spitting out monstrosities. The city has its defenses, but we have been afforded no protection out here. We can't blame the foreigners for not wanting to take the risk. Gah! But this will be an enormous loss! Alright, forget about the Dalmascans. Surely some ships are still coming. We have fresh produce, handicrafts, medicines, all the perennial Hannish favorites. Our consortium works closely with merchants and artisans to supply only the finest wares. Quality is guaranteed. I know all these things, Kazal. I do. Which is why I regret to say that I have nothing for you. All voyages have been cancelled or indefinitely postponed. And you are? Wait, you're a foreigner, are you not? A merchant? Please tell me you're a merchant. Nope, sorry boy. I see. That's a shame. I'm sorry, but we're discussing important matters. If you need something, please talk to one of the others. I'm here to help, Gun. Excuse me. Excuse me. My name is Matsei and I'm here to see Kazal. Hello, chunky boy. Chunk. Oh, it seems he's busy. I'll come back later then. Boy? What ails you, boy? Yes? Can I help you? Ah, I remember seeing you back in the guild. You wanted to speak with Kazal too, did you? I'm Matsya, a fisherman of Akyali, a nearby village. I sell my catch to Kazal, who offers it for foreign merchants, but he hasn't bought anything for a while now. When I heard that the consortium had been struggling, I became worried and decided to come and see him. Just as soon as he says he's free anyway. He's a hard-working man and I dare not disturb him. You are a gentle giant, aren't you? Ooh, fingerless gloves, my favorite. Oh, I like these. Ooh, I like these. Matsei regards you nervously. Why? If I may ask, what is it that you do? I kill gods. An adventurer, you say? And you travel the world helping people. Then that must mean you're great at dealing with strangers. Please, won't you teach me to be like you? You see, I brought some fresh fish with me, the portion I couldn't preserve, and I want to sell them. The problem is I'm terrible with people. I know that feel. I've ever only dealt with Kazal, and I can't talk to customers without getting my trunk in a twist. And yet, here you are, speaking with a complete stranger. Huh. So please, as silly as it might sound, will you not peddle the fish in my stead and show me how it's done? If you're willing, please let me know and we can begin at once. Is it going to be... Yep. It's going to be one of those actually trying to sell shit cutscenes. Let's go! You'll do it then. Show me how to deal with customers. I'm in your debt. Right. Please try peddling my fish to, shall we say, 3 people here in Yedmad. I will observe you and learn. He's gonna follow me, right? Any optional chat here? No? Okay, let's go. No, wait, I'm supposed to go over there. Come here, big boy, we're going on an adventure. An adventure. An adventure. I almost fell. Yes? Fish, I got fish here. Fresh fish straight from the sea's bosom to your mouth. Greetings, friend. How fare you of late? Greetings to you too. I suppose I'm well enough, given the circumstance. Things have settled down somewhat, but there was utter chaos when that tower first appeared. Everyone grabbing whatever they could, trampling over each other to get to the city. Many remain there for now, but I could not stay away. Had to come back, continue with my life, such as it is. Whether or not it was the right choice, only time will tell. There is no place like home, but don't do anything dangerous, eh? Oh, trust me, I don't. I make sure to keep well clear of the tower, and when more monsters emerge from it, I heed the Radiant Host's instructions. I hope they deal with it soon so we can get back to our normal lives. To the days when you could earn as much as you gave, and tuck into a meal satisfied that you did good work. Speaking of meals, why not have some fresh fish today? Fresh fish, you say? Fresh fish, fresh fish, fresh fish. Oh, you're a fishmonger. Heh, when you bait me like that, how can I not bite? Very well, give me some of your fish. And that's how you do it, boy. Thank you for your custom. The catch of the day is Shallow's cod, delectable stewed in coconut milk, or baked with a sprinkle of salt. This is how we do it. Emma, let's go. We got more people to feed. Sprint, you chunky boy! Huh. Excuse me, when will the rain end? Tomorrow. Right, on the morrow, you say. Hello, Nashreen. I got fish. Would you want some? Hawker, are you? Do you sell fruit by chance? If so, I want to buy some Amra. Let's say a dozen. They don't need to be export quality. What do you need so many Amra for? Why? For eating, of course. It may seem like a lot, but of late, I go through that much in no time at all. I'm a stock taker by trade, but with no vessels coming these days, the wares are beginning to pile up. By the same token, nothing is coming in from overseas. But not a day goes by that someone doesn't come asking when the next shipment is arriving for this and that and this and that. All of it wears me down and I find myself feeling constantly hungry. You need some fish. For your brain. Fish is good for the brain. I know how you feel. Ah, shit. I was too subtle. Shit! 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 Okay, you know what we do in situations like these? Wait, I can't abandon? Wow! No! No! I can't restart. I will have to live with my failure. Alas. Alas. Hello there. What are you doing here, Oranje? Okay. Bazahma, come here. I got wares for you. What is it? If you don't mind, I'm rather busy. Oh, gods, my stomach. Eater sickness? No, nothing not so unusual. In my hurry to get back to work, I just ate a little too quickly. You should take it easier, eat more slowly, and savor your food. Would that I could, but I can't afford to be idle. Like as not, circumstances will surely get worse before they get better. And so I'm working as hard as I can while I still can, the better to be prepared. How do you intend to prepare? By stockpiling supplies. For that, I need to earn coins so I can buy food, medicine, what have you. How about some fish for your supplies? Well, fish wouldn't be bad, but I don't want to go through the hassle of preserving them myself. I'd rather buy stuff that's ready to store. So I'm afraid I'll have to pass on your fish, Captain. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must be getting back to work. Yeah. I was supposed to ask you, so you can go, like, say that I have some preserved. And then take your fresh fish to your own stock while giving them to the preserved fish. Meh! You see, I told you I was bad at talking to people as well. Really? Okay. Up. Why can't I abandon this? Let me abandon you. Is it because it's a main story quest thing? Emma. One of 3 people. Emma. Indeed. I thought I heard a familiar voice, and who should it be but Matsya? Oi. Kazal, have you finished your business at the guild? So you were there too? Forgive me, try as I might, I can't find any buyers. With no ships coming in and hardly any going out, there simply aren't any options. At this rate. So you can't buy my fish anymore. I'm sorry, Matsya. I truly am. But for now, you must peddle your own goods. But by myself, I can't. I want to help you, I do. But as it stands, I can barely help myself. I poured my all into the consortium, and I'll be damned if I let it fall apart. I've friends and families depending on me, and I can't, I won't fail them. The sisters as my witness. Calzone. Not to worry. Using what I've learned from you, I'm sure I'll manage. Somehow. Well, I had best return to my village. My thanks again, and please take care on the road. Look at all these side quests that I'm gonna do later. Man cred. I failed to sell fish. What have you done? Come on. I see you've been busy. Managed to learn a tidbit or two, I trust. Yeah, the commerce is dead. I see. We also heard that the tower is affecting many locals' livelihoods, but to think that it would be to such extent. For another notable, if not wholly unexpected discovery, disappearance and kidnappings are disturbingly common. About that! Yeah, as before they immediately go up the strolls to call for the Lunar Primal. Yeah, we've been there. Helping a struggling fisherman you only just met to peddle his catch. Yes, you would do something like that. Well, I've done it before. It's not the first time. Arkasodora, what? Oh. Huma. Make for the village. Before that, I see a blue over there. A blue quest. Just to be safe, collection. Peter Compass. Yeah, hahaha, we're gonna do this again, don't we? Well, fuck. Yep, here we go. Ether currents to unlock flying. Wait. Oh. Okay. These ones are not, you know, hostile. Stepchild. God, this is a depressing fucking BGM. Yeah, I know these things are dire, but jeez. Yellow. By the Dusk Mother, no one told me Kankana was a Matanga. Could I ask you to speak with her in my stead? Welcome to Yedlimat, traveler. I am Kankana, and it is my job to assign the right work to the right workers. Might I have your name? Tisalmia Windshear. Almia and Ogle, was it? Let me jot those down. Oh, grandmother, why? Why did it have to be a Matanga? Is your companion quite alright? Ah, an understandable reaction. The Gajasura tribe have done much to stain the reputation of our people. You are looking for work though, yes? Many have been forced to take what they can get since the troubles began, so I'm afraid all the simple jobs are gone. As for what's left, I only have tasks fit for seasoned fighters. Does that sound like something you could do? Fighting? I can fight, lest you doubt. My skill is likened to that of the Dragonbane, the legendary Chakraza herself. I'm not familiar with the name, but you sound formidable indeed. Why don't we start you out on an escort duty then? A group of artisans set off to harvest materials, and asked that I send any prospective protectors their way should I happen to enlist any. What? They already set off? Is our duty not to escort them? There's to be a ritual dance performed in Kajaya footsteps. They'll need incense and costumes for the dancers and such. The entire thing was decided rather suddenly, so there was no time to waste. These artisans you speak of, do they also include Matanga in their number? It was an Arkasodara who submitted the request. I hope that won't be a problem. Not at all. I look forward to fainting at the feet of my most feared enemy. Almia, I cannot do this alone. Pray lend me the strength of the victor of Nadam, and half the reward for this task will be yours. The artisans didn't plan to venture far. Leave Yedlamat to the west, and you should soon come across your employer. Then that is where we shall meet. You will find me there, yes? I will find you there. Oi! Oi! Poke. Oi! Foolishness. Dusk Mother, give me courage! Ah, you must be our belated escort, yes? Glad to have such courageous... is your companion not well? She seems a touch shaky. Oh, of course, I should have thought of it before. I shall harvest the necessary ingredients while the artisan stays here. That way I have no need to fear him being harmed. Perfect! I must say, this is less than ideal. My people are already scattered across the wilds, and I wanted someone to roam around and ensure they were safe from attack. Is your friend perhaps frightened by Arkasodara? I have met such travelers before. Well, no matter. If you could patrol the area as I asked, I must attend to my own harvesting. Well... Ama. See, this is a much better BGM. Wounded, eh? Speedy! You are under attack! Not for long, am I? Boom! Ah, you died before I could use my finisher! How dare you! You must think me foolish. I was so absorbed in my task I failed to notice the ground shaking at their approach. Still, my injuries are light and my satchel is full. Thanks to you, I think I can make it back to town in time to meet others. Hey! What happened? Did you slay the beast? That was a near thing. I took the first one by surprise, but the second... Knowing a Matanga stood at my back, my mind froze and my body refused to obey. Grandmother taught that we should let fear wash all over us like water, but to my shame, I could not have failed her more thoroughly. Not to sound ungrateful, Almia, but why did you follow me? We were to patrol? Forgive me, I should have waited for orders instead of running off alone and putting lives in peril. Blech. Come, we should return to our employer. I want to be sure that the wounded man reached safety. My speaking abilities are declining. Which means I should end the stream soon. Lest I degrade into a blabbering baby. Ugh. Oh yeah, you don't waste your finisher anymore because of the mana stacks. I can open with a finisher. Okay. Hey, what's that over there? Oh, that's the main quest. Deep breaths. Let it wash over you. My colleague told me of his rescue. Although we had hoped for an escort from the start, imagine if you hadn't come at all. I've sent him and the others back to our workshop, so consider your duty with us complete. You have my thanks. As for your payment, you can collect from Kankana. Right, I suppose we report to Kankana then. I'm calling it Kankana instead of Kansana. Come on! Come on! I mean, I can understand phobias. So, I don't want to harp on you too much. But I've gotten over my phobia, so come on. Ah, there you are. Your employer expressed satisfaction with your work, so congratulations on a job well done. As a response to the recent chaos, the upcoming ritual was hastily planned to say at least. Let's take that from the top. As a response to the recent chaos, the upcoming ritual was hastily planned to say the least. As a consequence, the artisans have been hard-pressed to make everything ready. There we go. But when the times are hard, the people of Tavnea rely on such traditions to renew their faith and bolster their hearts with the teachings of the divine. Ah yes, when in doubt, pray. The death of an artisan would have thrown the whole thing into disarray, and thus your rescue was timely indeed. Please accept your payment, half each, as agreed upon. Are you interested in further work? I may have something for you if so. Okay, so heat currents down there. Alright. We got 5 from quests and 10 from exploring, just like the old times. But that said, let me find a place to sit. There really isn't a place to sit, huh? Well, I'll have my own place to sit then. It is time for this stream to end for now. I might play some off-stream and such. I'm definitely gonna play some off-stream. But yeah. So far, we couldn't even get to a dungeon. The story is deep, it's heavy, it's dense. With that all said, hopefully we shall see you next time. Do take care.